Hello, my friends. It's Matthew Street. Welcome to my channel. As always, I truly appreciate you being here. And folks, way back in the late summer of 1981, I was coming near the end of a 2-year tour with the United States Air Force overseas in Europe. Yes, I was assigned to an air base in the United Kingdom for over 2 years. And back then, you might as well have been on Jupiter or Mars, folks, because there was no pagers, there was no email, there was no smartphones, there was no text messaging, there was no FaceTime. You pretty much had a phone, and you rarely called home because it was so expensive to call overseas. So maybe every few months you might call just to hear your family's voice or something. And then you did what we all did. You got a piece of paper and a pen, and you wrote snail mail. You wrote a letter to your friends and family. Hey, how are you? And then it would take 5 days to get back to the United States. And then they'd send you a letter back. It would take 5 days to get back to you. It could be 2 weeks before you got a reply from something you wrote and then got a reply from something. Crazy. Why am I bringing this all up? Because, folks, back then you were kind of isolated. I was overseas, I know that. But every once in a while, in late summer of 81, I was getting letters from family, like my 2 little brothers and friends, saying, hey, Matt, you got to know there's something really cool going on back here. You're a music geek, right? You love the Beatles. You like power pop. You like all this good stuff, rock and roll and everything. Do you know, Matt, that there's this brand new channel on cable? Now, cable was in its infancy back in 1981. It was fairly new in my area. There's this new show on cable, and all they show is live music and music videos all the time, Matt. You got to see it. You would love it. They're showing power pop. They're showing rock and roll, pop music, so many genres, Matt. You'd love it. Now, back then, in 81, at that point, yeah, we had stuff like Don Kirshner's rock concert, the Midnight Special, American Bandstand, you had Soul Train, but it was very limited in the airing of these musical programs. Meaning it might be very late at night, like midnight, like the Midnight Special or something, or it might be like Saturday Night Live was, you might see a musical artist, but only once a week, late at night. I'm not sure when Soul Train or American Bandstand aired, but they'd only be on like once a week or so. Very limited. This was the thing I was being told, that it was 24/7, Matt. Music all the time, videos, live bands playing all the time, 24/7. Well, as such it was, folks, because MTV, or as it was known, music television, began on August 1st, 1981 in New York City. Can you believe, 43 years ago, with 5 original VJs, video jockeys instead of disc jockeys, and 24/7. And it started with the words. I remember the words were, looking back on history, it was, ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll. And then MTV started on August 1st. And folks, not only could we see some of the greats like Rod Stewart and The Who, and there would be like REO Speedwagon and Styx and Journey and, the big bands like that of the time, 38 Special, Leonard Skinner, all the big rock and pop bands and artists. But we also, the big thing was new music and the genres we love. So the Buggles, Pat Benatar, PhD, the Pretenders were kind of new at the time. Robin Lane and the Chartbusters were on MTV. Shoes, Split Ends, the Ramones, Elvis Costello, the Specials, Rockpile, the Vapors, the Tubes. Man, I could go on and on. All the the producers, great new artists that were getting played on MTV, because that's what the focus of MTV was, turning you on to the music you love by new artists, maybe independent artists, maybe more well-known artists, but music that you weren't hearing that much. That's what MTV was, and it was so special. And if you were back during that time, 43 years ago, you remember how cool music television was. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's dead in the water until now, folks, because MTV, by 1986, within 5 years, 3 of the 5 original VJs were gone. They had left MTV. By 1995, the videos of music being shown dropped. The percentage dropped so much, like almost 50%, 40 to 50% drop in showing music videos by artists, and rock and roll was gone by the mid-90s. By 2000, it was taken over by reality TV show BS, let's be honest. And by 2010, they completely dropped the moniker of music television. So it still has the logo MTV, but it's not even called music television anymore. I don't know what the heck it's called. So the moniker was gone. And music videos essentially were dead. Now, there were other outlets that tried, like VH1 was a sister station of MTV, and they tried for a few years after MTV went reality TV and everything. They tried showing music videos and doing classic rock stuff and that. And that went for a little while, but they eventually even kind of faded into oblivion, and they were never as big as MTV. So other outlets tried to keep it going. But in a lot of cases, they were just showing well-known popular artists anyway. Like, Michael Jackson and Madonna and, this one and that, over the same big giant stars is what was being shown. And even on the occasional outlets where you can see some music videos today with artists, it's all the big names. It's the common genres: rap, hip hop, dance pop, the Taylor Swift videos over and over. It's the same old, same old. So that joy, that initial buzz of what MTV was all those 43 years ago, new music by new artists with genres we loved, rock and roll, power pop, and pop, that's gone. That's dead until now, as I said, until now, because what about new artists? What about unknown artists? What about that are out there, making top tier music? What about breathing life into rock and roll again and power pop and good pop music? Well, folks, it's here because SCHNEE TV begins on June 28th, 2024 over at the Stephen SCHNEE CD Junkie channel. Link will be below here on YouTube. Yes, Stephen has come up with this great concept. The concept is, hey, let's see some great music videos by great artists, by great musical genres we love. Geez, what an idea. It's been dead for so long. Finally, someone has the cojones to bring it back, and Steven's going to do it because he's taking on his new SCHNEE TV show. It'll be aired once a week. It'll be under an hour. Each episode will be less than an hour, and it'll be a quick hit. You'll come in, you'll see great new music by great new artists, some unknown artists, some known artists that are very underappreciated from the genres of rock and roll, pop, power pop, and others. And they're going to get a spotlight, finally, a spotlight put rightfully on them. And Steven's going to do it. He's really putting his heart and soul into this new show called SCHNEE TV over at the Stephen SCHNEE CD Junkie channel. And it's going to be wonderful because SCHNEE TV is going to be exactly what MTV was 43 years ago. Before they lost their mojo, okay? Before they abandoned their original core mission of providing great new music by great new artists, by great musical genres to the masses out there, Stephen SCHNEE and SCHNEE TV is going to bring that back, folks, because each weekly showing will turn you on to great new music with fabulous original music videos by these great artists, because SCHNEE TV is going to be what music television was and should be and will be again. So watch SCHNEE TV, June 28th. Keep an eye on the Stephen SCHNEE CD Junkie channel for your local listings, and it will air every week, new episodes each week with great artists, great music. I am excited about it, and you may even see a Matt Street cameo on one of the episodes. So stay tuned and watch, because you never know. I may be on SCHNEE TV. I don't know yet. I might be. So you got to watch, all my loyal viewers and friends out there. See if I'm on there. See if I make a cameo. Please come on over to SCHNEE TV. Link will be below to the Stephen SCHNEE CD Junkie channel. I'm looking forward to it. June 28th, Friday, June 28th. It's coming, folks. It is coming. SCHNEE TV, the way music television should be and will be. I love you all. Bye-bye.